We are going live with the specific. What's going on, friends? It's Dr. Chris with the specific, and we are here for After Hours Live. Coming to you guys on another Wednesday. It is a gorgeous Wednesday, sunny, partly cloudy. Looks like we got a pretty big storm coming through tomorrow. But regardless of that, we're ready to rock and roll. And we're gonna let some people get some time and hop on and everything. But what's been going on in my world? Today is only me. Today is only me. Dr. Grant is on his way to Dallas. He is on his way to Dallas, and I'm gonna be on my way to Dallas after this. Dr. Cam is hosting a trivia night tonight. So you guys just get some one-on-one time with old Dr. Chris. So as you see, some people are coming on, some people are coming on, everything. We do these shows every single Wednesday, and we stream them on Facebook and YouTube. Um, if you guys are here, say what's up in the chat. Say hi if you're able to. Comment on YouTube or comment on Facebook. That would be that'd be awesome to see who's watching, who's hanging out with Chris today. It is just Chris, so I want to know who I'm hanging out with, and we're gonna have a nice little personal little kind of personal time. Like I was saying earlier, Dr. Grant is on his way to Dallas right now. What's up, Karen? Hey there. Glad to see you tuning in. Um, Cam is hosting a trivia night at Guillermo's. What's up, Miss Pam? What's going on, Pam? Coming in from some couple of specific peeps. So it's just me today. Just me tonight doing the show. It's a great day. I've not gotten to get outside yet today. But hopefully you guys can hear me okay. We need two dongles to in order to have the camera and the microphone going, the big old mic and everything. And Cam needed his dongle to do his trivia night. So obviously the trivia night is way more important than the specific after hour show. So that's just him though. But guess who's here? It's myself. Like I said, if you haven't thrown in what's up, say hi. It's Wednesday, hump day, rocket day, whatever you like to say. But let's get it going. I am loud and clear, Karen says. Come on. Before I get going, I actually wanted to give you guys the opportunity to maybe plug in anything you'd like us to go in on. Anything that you'd like us in the future, maybe some topics that we've covered in the past. They're like, man, I wish that they dove into that more. I mean, we do this thing where like we have all of us talk like 10 minutes at a time or so. We all give a little nugget. Typically, we have like an overarching theme, and we all give our insight. Sometimes we just say what we're working with, what's going on. Um, but what would you guys like us to go in on? Let's think about it a little bit. Let the right brain get a little creative. I know we've probably been in left brain space, hammering stuff out in our day. But what would you actually, if you're like, man, like the one episode that I would go back and rewatch because they covered this thing, what would it be? Plug it in the chat. Let me know. So that way we can actually deliver what you guys want. We know that the reason that you're here is because you want to win a free massage. Let's get it right. That's the obvious reason why you're showing up. It's with Emily Feist at Reset Therapy in Conway. She's a very close friend of mine and a close colleague of mine, and she does awesome work with the peripheral nervous system. And her type of therapy is called neuromuscular massage therapy. So it's not the cat kneading or with lotion or anything. It's actually with re-exciting inhibited intrinsic muscles that's able to restore balance and tone from left to right and also from front to back. Yep, Emily is fantastic. She's a super close friend of mine. But we got the names. We got the names in here. This is how the drawing's going to go. I'm going to pick 3 names today. Okay, we're going to ramp it up a little bit. I'm going to pick 3 names just because no one else is here, so Chris gets to pick the rules. And if this name has to be present to win. So for those of you that are on, hopefully your name is pulled. What happens though is that if the person isn't here, this giveaway will stack onto next week's giveaway. So if the person that who's if the 3 names that get pulled tonight, if they aren't present to win, then next week we will be giving away 2 things to 1 person. And then if that doesn't occur, then the week after that, we'll be giving away 3 things to 1 person. It's always be whatever it is to 1. The pot might eventually get to a point where there's like 10 giveaways in one, and it's just a mega gift basket of giveaways. Just because people just, you know, only want to show up for an iPad, apparently. What's up, Monique? How are we doing? If you guys don't have any questions or anything that you'd like us to maybe go in on, is there any questions that you would like me to go in on today? Kind of Q&A style. Um, it could be maybe it's about could be about what we do here in practice. Could be about other things like movement or nutrition or sleep or mental well-being. What can I do to help mitigate stress? How can I sleep better? What are some sleep routine hacks I could do? Plug it in, get a little creative with it. That would really give some insight to me. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to free ball my way, and deliver you guys some good at home steps. That's probably my favorite thing to do. Is just provide at home steps. Because people like we are our best doctors. We are our best doctors. And we're also our most important patients. And the reason why I say that is because no one has lived with ourselves, the entirety of ourselves, except us. No one has thought every single thought that we think. No one has felt every single thing that we felt. No one has gone through every experience that we've experienced. And we are the ones that figure, okay, well, what works for me? We have to play and figure that out. And at the same time, we're playing and figuring out and tending to us as a patient. So yeah, we have a dynamic of us as a doc and us as a patient. Therefore, we need to be informed, and we also need to know what can I do with this information and how can I turn that into an action step? How can I turn that into something that's easy to do at home that has a low resistance that where I actually have the desire and want to do the thing. So let's see. I got sleep routine hacks, stress management strategies, and I know Cam is only the neck up, but what about you? We're all only the neck up here. We're all only the neck up here, and specifically the first or the second bone from here. And the reason why is because that is how actual healing has to travel through. So actual physiologic healing and well-being, that is those codes, those blueprints are created in our brain and communicated through nerves. So that makes the brain body intersection point of the utmost importance for quality of human life and really quality of mammals' lives. There are animal chiropractors that take care of horses, that take care of dogs. Um, I've seen a video of a bird that hit a window that was like paralyzed, spasming on the ground, and it was a doc's window, and he just stabilized the bird C1, and the bird was able to fly home later that day. After it was like paralyzed, probably gonna die. Just stabilized C1 of the bird. Um, but everything else below that is actually compensations. And there's many neurological connection points to that. I could go full tutor mode on that. I used to tutor neuromuscular physiopathology back in chiropractic school to younger students. I also tutor central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Um, okay, scary for me to do above head because I'm being treated for a Chiari one. Yeah, I hear you, Monique. Miss Monique. Thank you for sharing. First off, appreciate that. When it comes to Chiari, so for people who are tuning in that might not understand what that is, that's part of the brain in the back of the brain. It's called cerebellum. It actually dives into the space a little bit will herniate out of our skull. It puts massive stress on our brain stem and also on our blood flow and nerve flow. Um, the good part is that with our type of care, we're actually able to help out people who deal with Chiari. Because our adjustment, there is no rotation of the head or neck or lateral flexion. And so since there's no rotation of that, majority of chiropractors, they will whip the head around and stuff and rotate and everything. Um, but we don't do that. So that's actually we're able to actually take care of people who deal with Chiari. So I appreciate sharing that, Miss Monique. And I hope that you're doing well and doing okay. Because that's not an easy thing to deal with. But we also got this sleep routine hacks brought to you by Grace Silverstein. We're doing kind of Q&A style, everybody, and we will also be doing a massage raffle giveaway in just a little bit. So please plug in your Q&As down below. But sleep routine hacks. One of my favorite ones, if Miss Grace is still on there, I call it the 3-2-1 rule. Okay, 3-2-1 rule. What that is stop eating 3 hours before sleep, stop drinking fluids 2 hours before sleep, stop looking at screens 1 hour before sleep. Do I abide by that completely? No. I enjoy drinking water before leading up to sleep. And also, I typically FaceTime my mom every night. So, therefore, I'm on a screen. The one that I do abide by, though, is 3 hours before sleep, stop eating. That is easily the most impactful thing that I do that literally will guarantee that I have a good night's sleep and then I will come ready, wake up the next day ready to rock and roll. Being done eating 3 hours before sleep. And here's why. When we sleep, what's the goal of sleep? Dominant. What's the goal of sleep, everybody? What do we got? We're going to class right now. Y'all got me gassed up. Going in on sleep management and stress management. We're going to get riled up. All the best things. Okay. Sleep is supposed to be all the best things. The best thing about sleep, it rhymes with best and it starts with an R, and it's rest. And if we eat late and if we eat close to our bedtime, our body has to take time and energy to get to digest and absorb everything. And if we're digesting and absorbing during sleep, we can't actually rest. Our body actually, yeah, our eyes are closed and we're asleep, but what's going on physiologically with our organs, they're working, they're churning. Think about what our liver is doing with all the breakdown. Think about what our small intestine, what our stomach, what our gallbladder, what our hormones are having to do actually being up and working, where instead of our brain actually coordinating restoration of what our body just went through the day before and to get it primed and healed up ready for tomorrow. That's actually what sleep is intended for, is restoration, repair, recuperation. If we are eating close to that sleep time, we will never actually rest. We will wake up tired, we will wake up with brain fog, and we will not have sustainable energy during the day. And the biggest way to check that is if people have what's up, Miss Melanie? If people have an Apple Watch or maybe an Aura Ring, just any way to potentially track sleep is getting a sleep app and actually seeing your deep sleep and your REM sleep. Deep sleep is where your body is completely still and it's complete repair mode. REM sleep is where we are actually that's where we're having dreams and that's where we're processing and integrating things that we learned in the day into our memory bank. So the 3-2-1 rule is critical. For myself, I just noticed the biggest change when I'm done eating. I try to be done eating at like 6 or 5 p.m. because that way I know typically right around 5 hours is when our stomach and the upper part of our small intestine is completely emptied. Therefore, I'm in technically a fasted state. And when I'm in a fasted state, my body can actually focus on restoration of whatever got worked and cooked during the day versus diverting time and energy towards digesting and absorbing. I bet you'll notice that you feel lighter. You'll probably feel leaner. You'll probably feel more alert, more focused, more crisp in the morning. You'll definitely feel more rested. And you'll probably sleep through the night and have an easier time falling asleep too. So hopefully that is a good little nugget. 3-2-1 rule. I myself, like I said, I like drinking water typically through the night just because I like my water. And like I said, I FaceTime my mom at night and stuff. Ooh, look at this. Using my Galaxy Watch to track my sleep has been very illuminating. Yes, Karen, 100%. I thought I was sleeping good until I started tracking my sleep, and then I was all like, "Wow!" Like my heart rate variability was in the 30s or the 40s consistently. I was snoring a bunch, and I'm a chronic mouth breather. So I started taping my mouth shut back in 22 because I read a book called Breath that basically hammered mouth breathing relative to nasal breathing, and especially during sleep. So I was like, shoot, I'm gonna try this out. And I got some scotch tape and I just taped my mouth shut. And think I've only maybe done 2 nights in the past 16 months or so of sleeping with my mouth open, and like my mouth doesn't wake up dry, or I don't wake up with my mouth dry. Um, and my deep sleep got really good. My REM sleep got really good. I started getting quality sleep, high scores and stuff. It might seem pretty weird to be like breathing through your nose. Why on earth would you do that? What else do we have a nose for? To smell things? It's to breathe. It's actual proper physics of our diaphragm. So the reason why it helps out a ton, it's proper physics of our diaphragm. It's it helps out with our phrenic nerve, not our vagus nerve. It does help out the vagus nerve a little bit, but it helps with our phrenic nerve, which is our nerve that actually does helps with breathing. Um, it helps with our blood pressure and our heart rate. It'll lower them. Um, I'm getting asked what kind of tape. I use Scotch tape, like the stuff that you might tape a piece of paper up on a fridge. There's some people who use some big old fancy schmancy like hostage tape and stuff that covers your whole mouth. I like it's literally just a slit, just goes like this and just keeps my mouth shut and makes me breathe through my nose. And ever since I did it the first night, I was like, I cannot go back. It's like once you do it once, you're like, wow, this is incredible. Or you might be like, hey, this feels weird. Like I get a mustache and stuff. So like some people are like, does it hurt? And I'm like, no, not at all. I used to do it across, but now I do it going down. But it painters say it might be gentler. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of different ways you can go about it. The book that I read is called Breath by James Nestor. Okay, if there are 3 books, man, if I give you guys 3 books to check out this year to get done for your health and well being, it's Breath. It looks like I have a lot of women on tonight. We take care of primarily women in this clinic. The second one is called Fast Like a Girl. And the third one is called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Those 3 things. The only other thing I might incorporate would be called Outlive by Dr. Peter Attia. I'll plug it in. I'll type it in. So for those tuning in, this is a solo production by myself. Dr. Grant and Dr. Cam are out, so I'm hopping on and giving it to you guys live. I'm plugging into the chat right now. What books I have. So Breath by James Nestor, that's where I learned about all this nasal breathing stuff, different types of breathing techniques. Joe Dispenza, yeah, Wow Wow Gypsy, there we go. That is one, so that is called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by, and then last one, bear with me, getting there. Dr. Mindy Pounds. Boom. Okay. That I just gave you guys literally your homework for 2024 is to do that. Read those 3 books, comb through them. Don't feel like okay, I need to read a book a month. Just well, literally my approach towards reading. So I know that look at a deviated symptom. We can't take people rest. I mean, still try it. Still try it. That might be the thing that actually helps. Might be the thing that helps you breathe through your nose. Because what occurs, especially like when we're clogged up, like congested from a cold or maybe from allergies, is that our brain is if we can't breathe through our mouth, our my brain's gonna be like, I need to figure out a way to get oxygen. Like, what can I do? It knows that we have this passageway right through here that has 2 little air tunnels that I can get air into my lungs and thus get lungs into my blood and thus get the oxygen from my blood to my cells. That's the whole goal of oxygen. It's not just to get air into our lungs, it's to get it into our cells, which is a completely mind-blowing process when you read about it in the book called Breath. It's not actually from breathing more, it's actually from breathing less. Yeah, crazy. So what occurs is that when we breathe through our nose, it releases a molecule called nitric oxide, which is a vasodilator. And so when we have dilation of tissue or expansion, what that does is going to open up this space in our nose. So it's going to open up the space in our nose. Therefore, we're going to be able to breathe. That's also what helps out with blood pressure because we're having vasodilation of our arteries and our vasculature. So it's going to make it easier for blood to flow through, thus making it easier for our heart to pump blood around our entire body, thus lowering our blood pressure. And we get that from nasal breathing. We do not get that from mouth breathing. In addition, with nasal breathing, we get 18 times more oxygen throughout our body from nasal breathing compared to mouth breathing. And the time where we need oxygen is when we need to be in a state of healing and repair. Healing and repair takes energy, people. It takes some energy. It takes energy from the food that we eat, which is why we need to have adequate nourishment. We need to make sure that those nutrients are getting broken down appropriately from the ground beef and potatoes and dark chocolate that I'm going to have after this. That needs to get broken down from its meat form or its plant form or whatever the heck it is, get broken down into its basic form of amino acids, get broken down to its basic form of amino acids, and then it has to get rebuilt into helping. Like this is what helps powers our kidneys. This is what helps powers our stomach. This is what helps powers our heart. Our brain is from our food. More importantly, from the protein within food. The protein from within food is not just for muscle. It is not just for muscle. It is also for providing the machinery for our cells, for our kidney cells, for our heart cells, for our liver cells, for all of our organ cells, our bone cells. Those are all components made up of protein. In addition, the energy that is required to make those organs work requires protein. You froze? Am I back? I'm back. Tell it to me, Melanie. Am I back? I froze. It happens. We're in a clinic and I don't have people helping me out. So I got to do this on my own. I am back. Yes, Grace said, yes, you are back. You know what? Since I'm back, maybe that's the time to pick a name. Like I said, I'm gonna pick three from this cup. We're gonna get it figured out to where we will have a little like sign in form, so that way on our email list we have a tag that says like after hours, and then we're gonna take that list and make that into the main pull list. So we did add some names. Did add some names. But I'm picking three. Now the way that this works. Oh, there's one right here. Uh-oh. There's one right there. Boom. Whoa, Gypsy. What's your name? What's your name? What's up? Saying hi. Saying hi. We're picking a name. We're picking a name right now. Okay. So get dialed in. Get on the edge of your seats. We are picking a name. I'm going to pick three names. Terry Fox. Terry Fox. Terry Fox. We are doing the giveaway. We're picking a name right now. Terry Fox. Is she on here? She got the text. We know she did. She got the text. She got the emails. Is she showing up? There's a Terry Akers who will get added. Julia, you're back. There we go. Woo, I'm back. Terry Fox. I need to have a little countdown or something. This is kind of tricky if you're doing it by yourself. But we're getting there. We're gonna let one more minute go by, and then if Terry's not here, well, we'll let her know. I'll make sure that I think she's one of Dr. Cam's patients. So I'll make sure that he tells her, hey, you were nominated to win a massage, but you weren't there. So tough to be tough. But what I was going in on was a book list that I just kind of dished out. So Terry, we're closing in on 30 seconds, and I'm not seeing any Terry claiming the prize. Now it's out. Now your chances just gone up. We're gonna pull a name in a couple minutes. The Widdows. What is going on, my favorite peeps? Um, yeah, man, we take care of some awesome people here. Take care of some awesome humans. I think going across the board for me, Cam, and Grant, I don't know if any of us have a name that we don't get jazzed up to see that name on our schedule for that day. It's like all the people were like, "Let's go!" I get to see Susan. I get to see Elizabeth. I get to see Tammy. I get to see whoever. It's just not like nice. Like we get excited, and I hope that you guys can feel that when you come in. Um, but I was going in on Take Your Mouth Shut When We Sleep and the book called Breath. Man, that book is incredible. Oh, look at that. So I need everybody to look at the comments. Watching on my new iPad, I won last week. Thank you. Yes, we do these giveaways every single week. And the way that it's going to work from now on is we are pulling names out of this cup. We're pulling names out of this cup. We will add names to this cup. For Terry and Julia, you guys will be added. We're going to add our whole list, whole email list is now green light to potentially win these giveaways. And it's called a digital canasta, but it's like a paper canasta. So with that being said, how this works is if no one wins tonight, I'm gonna pick two more names. If no one wins tonight, then tonight's raffle of a massage will get compounded onto next week's giveaway. So every week there will be a new giveaway, but there will only be one winner for all the giveaways. So if next week, if there's no winners pulled this week, who knows? I might pull the Williams, I might pull Julia, I might pull Tiffany, who knows? I might. But if I don't, and if the person I do pull is not here, then next week there will be a giveaway for a massage. There will also be a giveaway for something else. What is, I don't know. There'll be a giveaway for something else, and there will be one winner for both. Now let's say same thing. Let's say next time there isn't someone on. The winner, one of the three winners, is not present to win. Then in week 3, there will now be 3 giveaways for that one person. You guys picking up what I'm throwing down? Yeah, picking up what I'm throwing down? If there's no claimers for that week of week 3, then in week 4, there will be 4 items being given away for just one winner. So you'll win a massage, a Lulu gift card, a steakhouse gift card, and maybe a sauna session for literally just showing up. And if you're anything like Miss Tammy Downham, I like winning. I like winning too. And since we're talking about winning, let's pull another name. I'm in the mood right now. I'm getting jazzed up. It's sunset. If you don't know me, I love sunsets. That's why my water bottle is orange and why I have a ton of sunset stickers on it. And they're all mountains with the lake and stuff. So I didn't even notice it until it was almost filled out. I was like, man, I have literally the same picture of every scene. Just a lake, a mountain, and a sunset. Oh, there's another hanging one right there. So I'm gonna pull it. For some reason, it's just the ones that are popping out that are hanging. I'm gonna pull it. Juliet Josephine. Juliet Josephine. I don't. You guys can't see the name because the camera is really far away, and I don't have an assistant to bring it to me. But Julia Josephine, we have about 20 seconds for her to claim a prize. A prize being a free massage session with Emily Feist at Reset Therapy. I'm doing neuromuscular massage therapy, a massage therapy I have never seen before. Some people here have experienced her care, and it is fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. It's great for feet, for knees, for extremities, for lower back, and just muscle pain relief. And she specializes in the peripheral nervous system, whereas for us here, we specialize in the central nervous system. So it goes hand in hand with our type of care, and I strongly encourage my patients to go see her as well, in combination with getting care here. So time's up for Juliet. Tough, tough. That's 2 people. That's 2 people. I'm still in the spirit of giving. If you scroll up in the comments, everybody, for some new people out here, I gave my book list for books to read for everybody for this year that are focused on actual kind of health and well-being of humans. The first one was called Breath by Dr. Joe Dispenza. The second one was called Fast Like a Girl by Dr. Mindy Pell. So it's all about hormone health, all about different types of eating protocols for different types of things that you're working with, whether it might be infertility or PCOS or autoimmune or mental health or adrenal fatigue protocols for all those things. I'm starting to get to a point where I can actually incorporate that with patient care too, especially on the back end of care, to really help people get operate in alignment with their hormones. Because for the most part, when it comes to doing things, everything is explained in concept and in terms of men, and we don't actually operate and provide information on how women need to be conducting their daily well-being and life, daily life activities in alignment with their hormone and their cycle. So with hormones, I'm going to give a little hormone spiel real quick. With hormones, boom, mountain sticker, give me that. Come on. When it comes to hormones itself, the first part, so cycle begins onset of menses. Okay, so that's day one. You have day one to day 28. This approach for the book Fast Like a Girl and Dr. Mindy Pelz, her YouTube is stacked. YouTube is loaded with content. It's bomb stuff too. I learned from her. But we start our cycle. What hormone is high? It's estrogen. Okay, estrogen is high. Um, Progesterone is low. Testosterone not really available. And during that time, estrogen thrives in a low blood sugar environment. Okay, so kind of close to being in maybe close like ketosis. So, what occurs when we eat carby things or things that have high blood sugar, such as carbohydrate type foods, when we're in the first 1 to 12th or 13th day of cycle, is that will actually stress our system and our hormones out, resulting in cortisol being released. Cortisol is our stress hormone. And what that will do is that will cause blood sugar fluctuations due to insulin, and that will result in insulin resistance, which is why a lot of women, as they get older and they don't change any of their habits, yet they gain weight. Or maybe they have like a big stressful event, and that was the one thing that put them down. Sex hormones can get dysregulated and be dysfunctional because they're not actually doing things that are in alignment with their hormones. So in terms of food, that's the main thing. That's one of the main things that implicate and can impact hormones itself, hormone function, is is actually eating in a low kind of carby, low blood sugar, low glycemic index food for those 1 through 12 days. Um, that's also when you're able to mix in different types of length fasts. Now, if you've never done a fast before, um, the first you need to be able to get down to a point where you can go about maybe 11 to 12 hours without eating. Okay. So if you can operate from an 8 to 8, where you go to bed at 8 or you stop eating at 8 and you don't eat breakfast till 8, something like that. I encourage you to be done eating earlier in the night and start eating earlier. So just shift that window up. So that way we give our body ample time to digest food. Therefore, we're going to have good sleep. So it's all cyclical. That's also have hormones too, the stress hormones. I could do a hormone talk for probably about like 2 hours. Um, but what I'm going to leave you guys with is this. In the second part of cycle, where it's just where progesterone gets high and expression and estrogen goes down a little bit, that's actually when need to be in kind of a higher blood sugar environment, more of a carby environment, because that's what progesterone needs because we're getting prepared for the potential nourishment of a young fetus. And so we need to make sure we have ample resources to be able to provide the energy, aka the sugar, to be able to, or glucose, to be able to provide that extra energy given off that will be required to start nourishing a new fetus. So if there's people out there like women that do carnivore that are constantly in a state of ketosis that do it in the back end of cycle, is that going to be a good thing or a bad thing? It's going to be a bad thing because it's going to stress out their hormones. It's going to stress out that whole time in the cycle because progesterone needs sugar, it needs carbs, it needs glucose. If I do carnivore, I'm not providing that. Therefore, I'm going to be inducing cortisol release. I'm going to be stressing out the whole person, the whole system, What that does, that's going to mobilize blood sugar because when we are stressed, we take sugar out of our muscles and out of our organs, we put it in our bloodstream. And then to counteract that, we now have insulin getting released. That's how we get insulin resistance. That's how pre-diabetic, type 2 diabetic starts getting becoming rampant in this world. And we don't understand why it's happening, why it's happening to so many people. It's because we don't eat correctly. We don't eat at the right times, and it's jacking everything up. As you can tell, I get gassed up about this stuff. Um, but hormones are incredible. That book is incredible. Fast Like a Girl. Read it. Even if you don't apply any of the fasting stuff at all, the knowledge that you learn from how the body works and how your cycle works in that book is incredible. And it has been an awesome piece for myself to implement in my care that I provide towards patients. I'm able to talk to them about that stuff. Um, I don't know how common that is. The last book on the list, first book is Breath by James Nestor. Second book, Fast Like a Girl by Dr. Minnie Pelz. Third book is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. That is all about the mind, mental, stress management stuff, meditating, understanding brain waves. That is a awesome book. If you really are kind of stuck in a rut, if you are tired of having of thinking the way that you do, or maybe feeling the way that you feel, and you don't understand how the two are linked, that is the book to read. What we think dictates how we feel, and what we feel dictates how we think. It's all neurochemicals, and it's all broken down in that book. I'm going to pick one more person because this time I'm actually about to go drive to Dallas. I was going to drive tomorrow morning, but there's a big storm coming through. Especially so, if you guys got headaches, get migraines, and you got a storm coming through, let us know. That's our bread and butter. I can't look. That's cheating. Oh, shoot. All right. Oh, snap. I picked two. I picked two. Crap. What do I do? All right. I'm sorry, peeps. I picked two. That's the default. That has to go out. That might have been the winner. That person might have been here. Okay. I'm not looking. Not looking. I'm making sure there's one. Sherry Lloyd. Sherry Lloyd. Are you here? Do 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 do. Sherry Lloyd. Anyone know Sherry? Anyone friends with Sherry? I don't know Sherry personally, um, but she's on the list. She did the thing. She's there. Anyone know Sherry? Yes, no, maybe so. I got some clapping. Woo! And I don't know if Sherry's here. Matt Fryer's here. Matt Fryer, what's up, my dude? Come on. That guy is showing up. He's all like, man, they're giving away a massage. I want to get that right now. That is sick. That fires me up. That's exciting. Um, so winners today were Terry Fox. Where Terry Fox was Juliet Josephine and Sherry Lloyd. So if they're your friends and you know them. Sherry is my sister. Well, Melanie, tell her that she could have won a free hour massage if she had just shown up. Text her. I expect to receive a text message from Sherry saying, hey, my sister Melanie told me that I was supposed to win a massage, but I wasn't there, so I didn't win. Can I still get it? And we're like, you might if you show up next week. Because what's gonna happen, peeps? We're gonna be Terry Fox. Terry Fox is my mom. LOL. Look at this. Sherry is my sister. Terry Fox is my mom. There's literally a one person separation from this massage having gotten given away, and it's going to be available next week along with something else. There's going to be two things given away next week to one person. That is wild. Terry Fox is my mom. Sherry is my sister. I got LOLs going out the wazoo right now. Dre Day, what's up, big dog? Man, this is fun. I enjoy solo time because I can just free flow and just kind of get in the rhythm. Maybe I'll just tell Cam and Grant to just not show up anymore and be like, "Hey, I got this. I'll figure it out." But yeah. So nice little Q&A sesh. Went on sleep stuff a little bit. Gave my top 3 books to read for this year, and we picked out 3 winners, and it was the sister of Melanie was a winner, the mom of Grace was a winner, but since they weren't actually here to win, they don't get to go home with the prize. Next Wednesday, um, do not miss it because 2 things will be given away to 1 person. If you haven't gotten your name submitted, we're gonna get a form created that will allow you to actually put in, be like, hey, I want to be eligible to win. Basically, just need to be in our database. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get all the names on there and be able to pull it from here. Um, and so that way it's just fun because what's going to happen is that there's potential for the pot to get big. The longest I've seen something like this go is for 11 weeks, and the person took home, I think $1,100 just for showing up. That's it. You literally show up, you learn some cool stuff, and then you go home with a big old bucket of goodies. So keep tuning in. This stuff's fun. We enjoy this. Thank you for showing up. This is a good time. And if you guys haven't taken a look outside, we got a really nice sunset right now. So I encourage you all to maybe go post up on a little rocking chair, a little lawn chair. If you know me, I know I like my lawn chairs. Just go stoke it in because we're never gonna get this sunset back. That's fantastic. Well, friends, it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. The first solo show. We did it. We got it done. Till next time, till next Wednesday. Have a wonderful, absolutely wonderful rest of your week. Stay vibrant, friends. Take care.